Welcome to Zenn Magic, the show where I teach you amazing magic and do even more amazing performances. I'm your host, Matthew Zenn, and today we're going to do a classic card trick, and we're going to find out if the cards match. Okay, so this is a classic trick called Will the Cards Match? As you can see, we have two halves of cards, and there are actually 5 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright? And we're going to see if we spell out will the cards match, if they do, at the end. So normally you would do this for a large group of people, but we're just going to do it here. We're going to pretend. Alright? I'm going to instruct you on how you go about doing this. So you would start by picking someone and you say, what pile do you want to start with? Let's say they say this pile. Say, okay, I'm going to spell will, letter by letter. You can stop me, and I'll switch and start spelling it with the other pile. And they can do that as many times as they want. So they pick this pile, you say, okay, W, I, they say switch, L, L. Alright. Put those right there. Now we're going to spell the. What pile? Still want this one? Okay. T, H, switch. Okay. For the final E. Alright. We'll put those two right here. Now we're going to spell cards. You want this pile? Okay. You can stop me at any time. C, switch. Okay. A, R, switch again. Yeah, you can do that. You can switch as many times as you want. Is that on D, S? Was that what I was on? Yeah, I was on. Okay. Now we're going to spell match. What pile? This pile? Okay. M, A, T. This pile? C, H. Okay, awesome. And now we're going to find out if the cards match. We can actually see that they do, in fact, match every single one of them. Let's learn how to do this. Okay, let's learn how to do this. This is actually very simple to do. First of all, this is just a junk deck that I had. I pulled 5 random cards out of it, ripped them in half. It doesn't matter what the cards are. In fact, when I learned it, he just had them pick random cards. They memorized them. They didn't really need to. And then he ripped them in half. So, here's the first setup. Make sure that the cards are in the same order for both piles. See, I gathered them up like this. They stay in the same order. Alright? And when you do it, just check. Just make sure the top and bottom cards are the same. And now, the only setup to this trick is how I started. I said, okay, we got 2 piles with some cards, 2 halves of cards in them. In fact, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And by doing that, I just reversed the cards. You can see that they are reversed. We have them switched, and that's the only setup to the trick. See, these 2 are normal, but that's supposed to happen. That's why we have 5 cards. Alright? You need 5 random cards. Alright? So once they're reversed, the rest of the trick is simple, as long as you remember how to spell. If you don't know how to spell, then this trick will not work. But it really does not matter what pile they start with, and they can switch between the piles as many times as they want. Now, when I first started practicing this trick, I didn't pay attention to the fact that you're not dealing the cards down, alright? You have to place them under the pile. You're basically cycling through them, alright? That's very important. And if you know how to spell W-I-L, they switch to this pile for the final L. It doesn't matter. Those cards will match. Unless they say the same pile. T, they say want to switch. Okay, H, E. Doesn't matter. Those cards will still match. And you can go through the whole thing. C, A, R, D, S. See, that time there was no switch, and yet they still do match. For the final M, A, T, C, H. And in that case, they still match. It always works. It's self-working. It's easy to do. Just as long as you remember how to spell and remember to reverse the order of one of the piles when you start the trick. If you do that and you follow the steps, then this trick will work every time. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Be sure to remember the points I gave, where you reverse the order of the pack, and remember how to spell. If you don't know how to spell, I can't help you with that. But it works best with a large group of people. You just need 4 people, 4 or 5. You can have each one of them participate. Each one gets to help spell. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't to my channel. Lots of great uploads coming. And remember, you can always comment below on any tricks you would like me to teach or perform, or any series you'd like me to start doing, like deck reviews or flourish tutorials, and I will do them. So that's all for this week. Remember, we perform to amaze. See you next week.